Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, it's been a while since we did some Pokemon stuff. It has been a while, but we are back to Pokemon. Why are we too frightful? Why too frightful? But how's everyone doing? Hope everybody is doing very well. I was just kind of rearranging some boxes for things. That's why I was a little bit late, is the next season, sort of mini season of the EBL is starting in a few days. And by in a few days, I mean I have my battle with Pidge tomorrow. So I kind of forgot that my team was in my party, and because I am extremely stupid OCD about not showing my team or not showing any of my stuff before a match, you know, just in the event that they're like, you know, peek spying. Which I know they don't do that. I know they don't like scout that way, but it's like just like a little personal, like super over preparations, because it's just the way that I am with stuff. I prefer to have that little bit of like, you know, mental like preparedness of like, okay, the safety. It's weird, I know. We are indeed streaming. Thank you very much, Best RNG. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next EBL thing. Next EBL thing is actually Little Cup. So for those who don't know, Elite Battle League, basically it is a battling thing that I'm a part of with a few other creators, and this is going to be like profoundly different from the previous EBL seasons, where before it's you pick 9 Pokemon and you have those 9 Pokemon be the same Pokemon you can use every single week, week after week. With this one, is 6 Pokemon in total are what you have, and you can only use those 6, so no swapping out your teams like per thing, and you have to use all 6 of them. But yeah, it's gonna be a game for saying that main Pokemon is gonna put you back in moment. They said that it was a mistake when they posted that. They didn't mean to post that, which I do somewhat doubt that, but I also think it's because of the way Home is programmed. Hey, V, Chris. But yeah, basically, for those who don't know the way in which Home is programmed, it is programmed in a massively convoluted and unnecessarily complicated way. The way it works is it will save, if you bring a Pokemon into the game, you know, into Pokemon Home, it will make a version of that Pokemon for every game it is compatible with. So, Pikachu. You bring that Pikachu in from, say, Pokemon Go, then any game that you can deposit Pokemon from Home into, it will save in itself a compatible version of that Pikachu for each different game. So, like, it'll create a compatible version for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and then it'll create a different compatible version for Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, a different version for Sword and Shield, and it's just that, so on and so forth. It is unnecessarily convoluted, and I think that's where the problem is, because what they need to do is they need to make a program or an algorithm that will evaluate every single thing to make sure, oh, this thing can get these things in these games, because they've been doing something very stupid, and that is removing move access and giving move access back. Like, it fluctuates. Like, oh yeah, things get, you know, Aura Sphere in Legends, but they get it in no other game. And needing to create a program that will sift through learn sets, remove those moves, exchange them out for other moves, is just something that it's a hugely problematic thing, in addition to creating the compatibility, in addition to hack checks, because they can never leave well enough alone, and they just can't keep things simple. And this is the wrong sandwich. It's the wrong sandwich I'm making. It'd be funny if Home Update is taking so long because they're trying to fix the spin debug. What's the spin debug? What's the spin debug? I've never heard of the spin debug. Granted, Spinda is one of those Pokemon that I, like, sort of forget almost exists at times. There were actually 2 forgot home textures, Spinda. Yeah, Breloom is just, in general, a very, very good Pokemon. Like, Breloom is surprisingly one of the best Pokemon, like, competitively, just for various reasons. Honestly, don't mind anything going out with Pokemon, and it gives me more time to hunt for it. Personally, most of them hunt, just to the ranges. Spinabug was originally referenced back to Spinabug involving a header. Spinabug. I'm not really sure what the Spinabug itself is. Like, what does the Spinabug entail? I've actually never heard of this. Yeah, I really don't mind the home not coming out either. Like, that's the thing. For me, because BDSP coded its pattern different than the main games, they couldn't be transferred between home and BDSP. I wouldn't really say that's a bug. That's more of them screwing up programming. Which, again, home is unnecessarily convoluted and complicated. Which is why things are taking so long. Which, I don't really have an issue with home taking as long as it has been. Because I'm in no real hurry to get my stuff in the game. Like, it'll be good to have everything in here. But I also don't need everything right here, right now. Breloom is a BGC, it's poison heals up to 2 times club. Interesting. Pokemon stream, get my time group. Oh, what do you mean? Pokemon stream again. Oh, nice. Yeah, we do Pokemon streams most of the time. I know over the last the last 2 weeks, it's been like entirely Tears of the Kingdom. However, with me having finally finished the main story of Tears of the Kingdom, the addiction is slowly fading away, so I can get back to other things. Home is own mass for Spindico 2, spots textures for some reason, apply to correct the model, it comes out as better, and overlap it. Yeah, again, home is unnecessarily complicated. It's unnecessary how complicated they had to make home, and I don't get why. I mean, do you prefer Ignition or Poison Heal? I've never really used Breloom, I will say. Not in singles, not in doubles. There's a lot of Pokemon I've actually never used when it comes to competitive. So, I can't really comment personally. But most of the time I've seen Breloom, I've seen it be like support. So like it's, gets substitute, protect. Not only the substitute, like protect, spore, locate, slow sweep. Slow sweep is the speed drop one. Where it's not really different than Moongus, but like kind of interesting thing. Pokemon Chrome code. Oh, exactly. That is exactly it, Blackbelt. The Pokemon code is just, it makes no sense. They have to make it overcomplicated for some stupid reason. Like, if this is one of the interesting things that one of the reasons why a lot of moves in Sword and Shield were given the axe is actually because they just could not fundamentally make those moves work within the new program they needed to, because they had to completely top to bottom create a whole new battle code for Sword and Shield. The main reason for that is because of the way Dynamaxing works. Pokemon's maximum health is not supposed to change. That's the reason why specifically Zygarde complete form did not exist in X and Y. Because Pokemon's HP changing mid-battle is your maximum HP changing mid-battle. You know, with Zygarde, Zygarde's health bar increases. That's something that is very not good to program, and they needed to basically rebuild the entire code around that. And the way the Dynamaxing operates, of course, add the double health, which resulted in a lot of moves just not being able to be included because of the way they worked, would not fit into the way they had to rebuild the battle coding. Which is... The coding for Pokemon is just complete nonsense. Remember using Focus Sash on my Amoonguss. Yeah, I mean, Amoonguss is bulky. Amoonguss... You run Amoonguss full tank. You run Amoonguss full tank. Because the thing is, a lot of the time, like, people don't really go target Amoonguss as often. You're generally using Amoonguss as a redirector. So Amoonguss is hit by residual hits, but using Amoonguss to directly heal itself as well. Yeah, there really isn't much that can, like, burst damage down an Amoonguss. It's terrifyingly bulky. It's why when something is able to basically take out an Amoonguss, you know that person is specifically gunning to just decapitate Amoonguss. Like, they have a freaking vendetta with Amoonguss they want to take down. Which, for those who don't know, Amoonguss is probably my least favorite Pokemon to battle because it is the one that has handed me the biggest loss in my entire Pokemon career. So, I have a... Look, I remember Gmax Cinderace. Gmax Cinderace. Oh, Black Red Pill. If you want to see something very amusing involving a Gmax Cinderace, I recommend you watch EBL Season 5. My battle against the TJ Dropouts and Smoosh Moosh. Because there is something very, very, very silly that I did against his Cinderace. And I am extremely proud that it worked. Not gonna spoil what it was, but I recommend you give it a watch. It was glorious. Yeah, that's the reason why whenever it comes to Amoonguss raids, I just bring Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl, Misty Terrain, Amoonguss, you're deleted. You can't do anything to the Amoonguss. Then I just set up screens and Spirit Break it. And that's done. Next turn is going to ice on June 3rd. My redemption arc. The redemption arc begins. I mean, the redemption arc literally describes my entire EBL career so far. I got trashed week 1. And then I just proceeded to just, like, go and just, like, start curb stomping every week until I went up against Sly. And the only reason I lost against Sly Guy is because he outpredicted me. He knew the way I play and he used that against me. And I'm proud I lost that way. I just bring Rev of Room. They're not a ghost type because since it always outspeeds, they just spam a 4 on every one has Insomnia while it has spams 4. That's clever. Well, that's when I went 0 and 3. Bring the moose. Yeah, the reason why I don't bring Goldengo is because of one major thing. If it does the ability purge, then it can put you to sleep. When the ability purge happens, you can't really do much at that point. But when you got Grimmsnarl, just, pop and Spirit Break, it can't use... The other thing is that it has Giga Drain. So, like, it can heal itself. But if I use Spirit Break to basically drop its special attack into Oblivion, then it can't use Giga Drain to heal itself. No more Sludge Bomb, no more Giga Drain. You can only use Foul Play at that point, and, like, Foul Play doesn't really hit what you're going to want to be using against anyway. Unless, of course, it is, like, fighting, and... Well, again, just bring... Yeah. Well, then again, you just bring other things. Yeah, it's... There's ways around it. But yeah, there's a lot of ways of beating the Amoonguss. The other one is also just Safety Goggles. Safety Goggles. But then you get poisoned by the Sludge Bomb, potentially. My Uproar user is Kilo Watchwell specifically for Balloon Raids, resisting all the moves and outspeeds, even after one low sweep. Competitive AI. Competitive keeps AI from using low sweep, and the point speed advantage. Nice. Always fun. Yeah, like, Conjure is one of my favorite things to use in Terror Raids if it wasn't for the fact that the just stat purge is so aggressive. But yeah, like, competitive, Defiant, all of those are great for Terror Raids. That's actually the reason why in the Inteleon raids, we specifically used Annihilate. Because Annihilate gets super jacked up into Oblivion by that tearful look Inteleon used. Instant +3, Drain Punch, City Boys. Punch, 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 punch. I actually wasn't really playing VGC around the time Chalk existed, but also just everything involving the Megas is just a massive blur in my brain. It's just a massive traumatic blur because I do not enjoy dealing with 110 base speeds normally, with 50, 60 plus offensive stats, with actual bulk. I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy that. No. They're too strong. They're too strong. No. The funny thing is, Chalk actually wasn't really that good, because after that one world where, like, everyone was using Chalk, it just dropped off a freaking cliff, because people realized, oh, Volcarona kind of dumps on the entire team. My favorite raid set for Chestnut was bringing Strudel counter Lorantis. But what did Strudel do? My life is just vengeance-seeking spirit, except it's vengeful against nothing. It's angry for no reason. I mean, I'm pretty sure something is wrong with Primape's brain, just making it go into absolute rage mode at all hours of the day. I mean, it is one hypothesis of Annihilate's, like, inspiration is that it's based on that Pokedex entry that says, yeah, Primeape gets so mad it just dies. Because they have historically based Pokemon evolutions, like, you know, regional forms of Pokemon on, you know, just, like, extraneous Pokedex entry nonsense like that. I mean, like, a good example is Alolan Executor. It's a Pokedex entry back in Fire Red, Leaf Green mentions, yeah, in, like, sunny regions. Alolan Executor grows better. And then, you know, Smash cut over to Alola, a much sunnier place. More sun. We have Alolan Eggtree that has 4 heads, and is implied to be originally where Alolan Executor comes from. Originally, Alolan Eggtree is the original Executor. And then Kanto Eggtree is like the stunted, you know, non-native species. Strudel also gets a Mud Slap for both sides. Strudel has Cupcat to get Iron Defense, letting it tank EQ easily. After that, Parting Shot. Fun. But I feel like at that point it might just be better to use, I feel like at that point it would just be better to end up using, like, Leaf Storm on the range. But then again, you get more damage off because you have immediate damage boosts. That also, I guess that works. That works. I am a little skeptical though, because, like, isn't it a poison ground type, so, like, you're weak to fighting? No, poison normal, so it's not weak to fighting, it's neutral to fighting. I keep forgetting, like, the Strudel family, just, like, everything they have, because I've never used a Strudel, because I don't really care for Grafai. I never know how to pronounce that thing's name. I just say Grafai, Grafii, Grafei. I pronounce it, like, one of, like, 17 different ways. Area Impulse is better than Parting Shot, but everything they get your Impulse, hates EQ, doesn't have to move advantage. Well, you don't. Alright, you use Eerie Impulse on the thing. Yeah, but Lorantis gets Leaf Storm. Lorantis gets Leaf Storm for, like, insane damage snowballs. Insane snowball damage that Lorantis gets because of the insanity that is Leaf Storm. Malamar not existing is kind of unfortunate, though. It's like, I enjoy. What is the regular Raichu set? I'm pretty sure the regular Raichu set is, like, full attack, like, speed HP, fake out, Thunderbolt, Nuzzle, Protector Surge. Like, there's a few ways that Raichu is spec'd in terms of its moves, but, like, generally, it's gonna have, like, Thunderbolt, it's gonna have Fake Out, and Lightning Rod. Because you're using Raichu as Electric Redirector, which is actually why you will generally see Raichu on teams with Kyogre. Because it draws all the electric attacks away from Kyogre. Your Impulse Lorantis gets plus 6 special attack after 1 turn. Yeah. Well, wait. Oh, yeah, no. Kilowattrel is weak to Rock. And also Kilowattrel is very, very weak. Wait, does, Electros. Does Electros get Eerie Impulse? Because I feel like you could use Eerie Impulse Electros because it's not weak to ground because it's got Levitate. Eerie Impulse the thing. Boom. Eerie Impulse Electros. So Electros is kind of bulky. Runners could technically start with +6 and keep forever. The people getting for it. Kilowatt Trail is Walmart Zapdos. It's dollars. It's not even Walmart Zapdos. It's dollar store Zapdos. Like, I like Kilowatt Trail as an idea. I just think its moves are not good. Hey, nice work, Chris. Finally getting that shiny Fomantis. If only Mudkip were here. If only Mudkip were here. That's one I'm really looking forward to getting. I really look forward to shiny hunting the Lurantis family. Though, I'm thinking that is going to be a Masuda hunt that I do. Because I would ideally like a 0-speed Lurantis for competitive purposes. Competitive purposes. Hey, we were just talking about you earlier, Bloom. Now, if only one of you could sparkle. I would very much love to get the Bloom family finished. Suggestion of Electros here. I mean, I love Electros. I am a big fan of Electros. For those who are wondering why I am a big fan of Electros, highly recommend you go back and watch the Black 2 Blind Let's Play. Because Metroid the Electros. I'm not going to say much. But she was an absolute legend. All those who just sit there on the field, spam salt care, recover. Yeah, I mean, like, it's good if the thing is water and takes bonus damage from salt cure. Actually, Garganacl. That actually makes me wonder something. If Empoleon was to make a return, was to make a return in Scarlet Violet, would Salt Cure deal 4 times damage to it at the end of every turn, or would it only deal double damage? Because we know Salt Cure deals double damage to water types and it deals double damage to steel types. Does it just do one check for are you either water or are you steel, or does it check for are you water and then separately are you steel, and then it combines those numbers to do a bonus damage? Because like, I think in a back of the envelope calculation of it, it was like Empoleon loses like half of its health. Yes, Salt Cure does 1/8 of your HP in damage at the end of every turn if you're a regular Pokemon. If you're water or you're steel, it does 1/4 of your health. So Empoleon would lose half of its health for a single turn. Or would it just lose 1/4 because like it only does one check? That's why I'm wondering, how does it check? Well, the thing is, Stealth Rock is a little different. Stealth Rock does deal effectiveness damage. So Stealth Rock's a little different, where the Salt Cure is just, I hope that it does do that calculation, because like that would be insane. Because like Defiant Empoleon is a big issue when it comes to competitive at times, because it gets Defiant, it gets Defiant, it gets Object, it gets Sword, it gets a lot of good stuff, physically speaking. But Salt Cure, sprinkle a little salt, you're gone. Empoleon is gone. Your Focus Sash means nothing. You are gone in 2 turns. You punish switch-ins. 1 turn gimmick. It wouldn't even work with Torrent. Torrent is you have to be 1/3 or less. It wouldn't even get it into Torrent range. Because remember, it resists Salt Cure, and Salt Cure is also very, very weak damage. Just like initial upfront damage. You wouldn't get it into 1/3 HP to activate the Salt Cure, which is hilarious. 600 Sobble since our last shiny Sobble Wobble. Ooh, Sobble. We need you to Sparkle Sobble. We need you to Heckin' Sparkle for us. Turn 1 Empoleon gimmick. Yeah, there really is. There's very little utility in using the starter's abilities. You gotta make sure those spikes and rocks are up against you to be going. Nice. Yeah, there really is very little utility in running things like Torrent Overgrow or Blaze starters. They just don't do enough. Like, yeah, a 33%. I think it's a 30. I forget if it's I think it's a 50% boost. Maybe 30%. Like maybe 33%. Maybe 50%. I forget which one it actually is. But the damage boost just isn't enough. You don't get enough damage to justify it, really. It's why their hidden abilities are like. It's one of the reasons why like, if a starter doesn't have a good hidden ability, they kind of just flop. The exception being, I'm pretty sure the only exception is Swampert to that. where what really made Swampert good was its type combination. So even though it has damp, and even then there's other water ground types that have kind of also been like really, really good. So Swampert's kind of in a bit of a weird gray area. But yeah, like hidden abilities basically make or break starters, competitively speaking, for the most part. There are. Yeah, no. After the introduction of hidden abilities, I should say. Because there definitely were some starters that were really, really good before the hidden abilities even existed, like Infernape. Literally one of the best starters in the entire franchise of Pokemon. And that was before hidden abilities ever existed. It was like great for both doubles and singles. It was fantastic. Got a Petalil. Nice work. So you're finally getting that good luck, Lee, Chris. Finally getting that good luck going. But yeah, like there were definitely some good starters before the introduction of hidden abilities, but after the introduction of hidden abilities, it pretty much was if your hidden ability isn't good and you're a starter, you're not gonna be doing too well. I think Primarina is a bit of an oddity, because what made Primarina good is its extremely good Trick Room stat line. Heavy Garganacl, because it is effective, basically resists. Special attacks. How I deal with it is special attacks, because its physical defense is really, really good. Its special defense isn't as good. But do you mean VGC wise? VGC wise, Garganacl just kind of sits there and kind of doesn't do anything. It'll usually like wide guard and like support moves, but it doesn't really deal as much damage from my experience. So I just like take down what's next to it and then just double into Garganacl when like the big threat's on. Yeah, generally Garganacl in VGC isn't really too damaging. You don't really focus on taking it down. Sure, Black Red Pill. What's the funny calculation? To expect Flutter Main, Terra, Moonblast, 0 HP, just special event, Assault Best, Lurantis, guaranteed to kill. Fine. Right, yeah, they don't really run Modest. They run Timid Nature. And they run Timid because they want to pick up the Photosynthesis Speed Boost. Is that level 50 or that level 100 Black Red Pill? Because the calculation will be different if it is level 50, and it will be different if it's level 100. I believe at level 50, you take more damage. Oh, both level 50. Interesting. That's fascinating. I didn't think Lurantis had that good of a special defense. Noted. Yeah, Lurantis really feels the loss of superpower, though. The loss of superpower on Lurantis, like, I wouldn't say it crippled Lurantis, competitively speaking, but it really dealt a bit of a knockout blow to it, because its physical move pool is vastly better than its special move pool, because now it can only use Leaf Storm to buff itself, because whereas before it could buff its physical defense, so it could run, like I said, it could run Assault Vest, and have like really good special defense, and then run superpower, and then have really good physical defense and good attack power. But now it can't. It's kind of unfortunate. But also at the same time, I don't miss Superpower Lurantis clowning on things. So really, there's more to the calc. Attack, Terra Poison, Lurantis, Terra Blast, 0 HP, 0 defense, Terra Fairy. Game over. Fun. So that's without even terrestrializing. Interesting. Though I feel the questionableness of I feel Terra Steel might be better than Terra Poison. Well, depending on the competitive metagame, it would be better to go for Terra Poison, because Terra Steel gets bait by fire. There's a lot of good fire types right now, which is why I think they generally go to Terra Poison if they want to be defensive against fairs. Actually, that makes sense. That actually does Does make sense. It does make sense. Not save it for far. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, like immediately, because you generally run a Flutter Mane on a Sun team, because you know it's literally Flutter Mane on Sun teams. It's literally the thing you do with them. And those generally have Torkoal on them. Which, Torkoal is Torkoal. And it's terrifying. And it really deserves to just burn in the pits of just insanity. Because it's really damn good. Honestly, I look forward, and I say this very, very, very in feeling weird. Because I'm not a big fan of Tapu Koko, but I do look forward to Tapu Koko eventually returning for one reason. I have a feeling the future Paradox Pokemon are going to shoot through the roof in terms of competitive viability when we get access to the future Paradoxes. Because the main issue that the future Paradoxes have actually been having is in order to proc their Quark Drive, you need them to be holding the booster energy, which consumes their item slot, or you need to carry Pincurchin, which is Pincurchin. So you're kind of either way getting a little screwed out of damage output and like flexibility, because you can have an item, but you're fighting a 3v4, or you can boost booster energy and fight a 4v4, but you're down an item. So, when we get Tapu Koko, it'll be interesting to see, like, an actual viable electric terrain setter that is not just complete crap. So, it'll be interesting to see, like, the viability of them, like, shoot. Because I have a feeling, like, Iron Jugulus is gonna get good, getting a lot better. Iron Treads. I think Iron Treads is gonna be really good when, Koko goes. Because it's also gonna be, like, anti-Koko. Here's the biggest holdback is his health stat. Worse than ghost types, they're supposed to be able to... I mean, there's a lot of ghost types that have very high HP. Not exactly. Ghost types... There's a lot of ghost types that have actually very good HP stats. The main one I'm thinking of right now is Drifblim. Like Drifblim, Cofagrigus, Runeregus. The big one's Giratina. Big one's Giratina. Like, Giratina, I believe, has one of the highest HP stats of all legendaries that is not Zygarde or Turnimax Zygarde Complete or Turnimax Eternatus. Really, really insane HP stat. There's bulky ghost types. There's bulky HP ghost types. Base 84 HP is lower than... Yeah, like low HP is terrible. The main issue I would say the other issue Pincurchin struggles with is very, very bad stat efficiency, because if I recall, its physical attack, physical defense, special attack, and special defense are all like relatively high in like the hundreds, where like in like 100, like low hundreds or like 110, something like that, 100, between 100 and 110. And if you took out one of those stats and you like even if you just, like, decreased its physical attack. Like, its physical or its special attack, one of them, by, like, 50 points. Or even, like, 30. And then just shuffled that over into its HP. It would be really good. Because the main issue is it suffers from garbage stat efficiency. Shedinja is not a very good comparison, Rubinox, because the thing is, Shedinja's a gimmick Pokemon. Silva! It has been so long since we've seen you, Silva! How are you doing, Silva? We have missed you! How has Silva been? Yeah, if you just, like, shuffled off some of the stuff, like, yeah, like, Shedinja's not, like... Shedinja is kind of like the example to leave out because it's a massive outlier. It is like it's the thing that exists to be the exception to the rule to throw off everything. It's a weird anomaly. But yeah, there are definitely some ghost types. Like on average, I think ghost types do tend to have relatively low HP stats. But there are some ghost types that do have, like, relatively good HP stats. You know, it's like how normal types tend to have low physical defense, but then you get some, you know, like Audino, which actually have, like Audino or, Miltank, which have, like, respectably high physical defenses that are in line with their special defense stat. There's always outliers and exceptions, but, yeah. Yeah, like, if you just, like, shuffled off, like, some of Pinkerton's attack stat and just put it into its HP, it would be really good. Well, not really good, but it would be, like, at least tolerable. I really don't think Shedinja with, like, Blissey level HP would even do that problem, because then you wouldn't have Underguard, and then it would just be the Punk. Because remember, Shedinja's got a lot of weaknesses. Like, the main thing that holds the Shedinja back is its stats, otherwise they're just kind of not good. Like, it can't really do damage, and it's reliant on kind of evading hits. It's done band tactics. It just dodge and evade. Well, you can't really do that otherwise. That's the reason why you only ever see Shedinja very infrequently break into VGC when it is only the box not restricted. Because if Tyranitar is just in play, Shedinja is not viable. Well, if any weather is in play, well, hail is no longer a weather that actually exists, so that's not a thing. But like, if sand exists, Shedinja is nowhere viable. The only exception back when weather was a factor where Shedinja actually was viable was back, I believe it was Worlds of last year with Sword and Shield, where someone ran safety goggles Shedinja. Because there was basically nothing that was heavily fielded that could hit Shedinja. So you didn't need the sash. Like, there were not really many, like, the only ghost types was, Ghost Calyrex, where I believe they had a way of dealing with them, or Ghost Calyrex was not that heavily used because it was Ice Rider Calyrex. So Ice Rider Calyrex just couldn't do a thing to it. Because you could set up G-Max Hailstorm, just Max Hailstorm, and it sets up Hail, but safety goggles means you can't hit Shedinja with the hail, so it just sits there. And then Shedinja just chips you down gradually, just take you down, 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 and you're gone. Actually, no, Nox. One of our early streams when Scarlet Violet came out was basically going over, like, even with the Electra Terra air balloon, there's still so many ways of beating it. Because the thing is, the way you get around Shedinja is just indirect damage methods, so like status conditions, sand, or like status conditions. You know, there's a lot of ways of like kneecapping that whole thing, and it's an incredibly easy Pokemon to actually dismantle. Ghost Rider Calyrex can't touch Shedinja behind wide guards. Stall out with Spike. Right, they never actually carry Shadow Ball. They always go Astral Barrage. But then you have nothing for if it goes for Dynamax. They have nothing to lose for Dynamax Shadow Ball. Max Phantom. But I also think that it was Ice Rider Calyrex that was the much more aggressively fielded one. You didn't see Ghost Rider as frequently because the stat lines. You know, Sucker Punch would just annihilate. Well, Sucker Punch and Urshifu Dark just deleted it. Whereas, you know, Ice Rider didn't really get deleted in the same capacity because it was freaking Ice Rider Calyrex, bulky beyond hell. And I hated that thing for how bulky it was. Yeah, because you ran weakness policy Ice Rider Calyrex. That was why, yeah. It was, Ghost wasn't really that aggressively fielded. Or if it was fielded, it was not fielded as frequently as Ice Rider, so it was a safer bet to go for Shedinja in that capacity. Ice Rider battle with both Ice Chorus were seen way more often, probably because of Bulk and the other because of Darkish Food. Exactly! Are you live on the video, Pill? Because I actually was saying the exact same thing as that. It's like, no, it's because of the Bulk stat line. Because Sucker Punch just rips right through Ghost Rider. You need to have a sash on it, which means you're compromising on a high degree of attack power, something like Life Orb, whereas something like Ice Rider is so damn bulky, you don't need an item and you can afford to go full out weakness policy for just bonkers damage. Plus, if you Dynamax close combat, you get Max Knuckle. So, like, you get insanity with that thing. And once again I say, to all those who said Ice type is bad, I point to Ice Rider Calyrex. Ghost Rider, I did a bit goofy because you can manually set up, like, the terrain to fix that main issue. Ice Rider Calyrex is going to be an absolute nightmare when it comes to speed. I wonder if the Reigns of Unity are even going to be a thing in the game. Because, remember, Ultra Krozma doesn't exist. Ultra Krozma does not exist. So, Agaringo, I think that it definitely will be really strong, though. But I also think without access to Dynamaxing, there will be some things that will hold it back. Because one of the main things with, Scarlet Violet that VGC has is there's a lot of stat removal. Haze is a very big thing with just the present VGC scene as a whole. And that really does a number on shutting down Ice Rider Calyrex's entire shtick, which is buffing itself up into obscenity. We got no clue when Home's coming out. They delayed it. There was a mispost when they said it, but probably going to be in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't get what we were actually talking about this a bit earlier, but Pokemon Home is needlessly overcomplicated with the way it is programmed. Very likely the delays are tied into them making that thing beyond complicated for no damn reason, and it just not wanting to work because it's too complicated. It's like, why? Why does it have to be so complicated? But we're probably going to get it before, like, mid-June, I think is probably the latest we'll get it. Pretty sure mid-June is when we'll get it. Yeah. Again, if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. How's everybody doing? Hey, come on, give me my shiny Sobble. Give me my shiny Sobble. I just want my shiny. I just want my shiny Sobble. We only need one more shiny Sobble to finish the living shiny dex entries for Sobble. I just need one. I just need one. Is this punishment for playing Tears of the Kingdom game? Is this punishment for me playing Tears of the Kingdom? Because if so, stop being rude. This is why I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, because the game is being rude. But also, again, I think I did mention this a little bit earlier, but like with having finally beaten the main story of Tears of the Kingdom, which if you haven't seen that, highly recommend you go and watch the Tears of the Kingdom play that we did. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but can I just call you Coin? Basically, Pokemon Home is the system that allows you to transfer Pokemon from, say, Generation 6 games up to Generation 9, if it was compatible. Right now, you can bring them from... Right now, Home allows you to bring Pokemon from Generation 5 games all the way into Generation 8. But Home is not yet compatible with Generation 9. So it's basically a Pokemon transferring system. Then one about luck. Thank you very much. I need the luck. We will aim. Try counters, all bells, focus, left to your face, party shot, grunts, now bulldoze, break swipe ally. You can't use breaking swipe on your ally. Breaking swipe is an enemy-only target. It hits both enemies. You cannot use it to target your ally. Happy Hopcoin. Welcome in. And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We've been getting absolutely shredded lately by the Purge algorithm, so we need you wonderful people to help keep with everything. Nope, wrong button. Boxes. 6:30. Come on, Swabble. Come on, Sobble. The only real reason I'm looking forward to home is so I can move all of my shinies from all of my shinies are box 12 to box 18. All of those are shinies. And a few Pokemon in some of my other boxes are also shinies. And I am going to be moving the rest of the Pokemon in this game over to my Scarlet version. So that way I can have like 24 box spaces full to just get Masuda hunts. Plus, I was going to make releasing Masuda hunts easier. Because I can just go in, okay, delete 100 Pokemon, move on to the next. Rather than manual release, manual release, manual release, manual release, manual release. Relying on debuffing common physical cores like Palafin and Arcanine. I'm not caring about basically Rage Powder, basically. Fun. Yeah, right. Grass types are immune to Rage Powder. Bring back. I don't think they'll ever bring Megas back. Yeah, I don't think they will bring back Megas, because they didn't bring back Z-moves in Sword and Shield. And then they didn't bring back Mega Z-moves or Dynamaxing in this game. They seem to be wanting to try and step away from those, like, super mechanics. Which, as someone who plays a lot of competitive, I am glad they're stepping away from the super mechanics. Because they made competitive not very fun. I mean, I loved my Dynamax Moxie Gyarados, where I would just spam max Airstream and obliterate whole teams with that. That was fun. Weakness Policy Togekiss from my Ice Shard Lapras to just obliterate things with max Airstream was fun. But it was by no means a healthy competitive environment. It reduced basically the competitive scene to nuke move for nuke move. Everything became about one-shots. And when you're dealing with, you know, damage that one-shots you 2 times over, when a Pokemon needed to be built to deal, it makes the game just so much less fun. You know, I really miss the match where it's like a chess match. You know, it's like, I have to wait for you to make a mistake, capitalize on that, or I have this thing designed to break a hole open in your team for me to exploit. Rather than, funny move, go burr, laser beam of death. It's like, I enjoyed the strategic. I enjoyed the strategy. But I know that I fully know that I'm in the minority on that. Because the competitive scene is a relatively small portion of the entire overall community. Hey, Void! I have Nox. I'm actually a very big fan of Sun and Moon. Actually, speaking of Sun and Moon, if I can go grab my Ultra Sun copy. In Ultra Sun. Oops. I just dropped my copy of Ultra Sun. Absolute failures. In my Ultra Sun, we are presently shiny hunting Poipole. So, yeah, keep in mind for Poipole, full odds. Even if you get the shiny charm, it's still 1 in 4,000. 4,096 odds. Your odds are like, even if you get the shiny charm, gift Pokemon are rolled always using the full odds. So, and the thing is, I gotta get 2 of them because we're doing a living shiny deck. So I'm gonna need the first Poipole, then I'll need the second for Naganadel. I'm really just hoping in this game when they add in Poipole and Naganadel, they make it so you can actually shiny hunt it in a Pokeball of your choosing, because I really, really want that Beast Ball shiny Poipole. I think that the Pokemon games still have charm determination. I still think the games do have a lot of charm. Because I oddly find the newer games have far more charm than the older ones, aside from Black and White. The only reversal is Black and White for me has a lot of charm. X and Y has 0 charm. But all the other games, like, I think that they have their charm. Naganadel is just like a giant bee. It is literally kill a bee. Because Gabite's shiny and Gabite's regular color scheme look very, very, very similar. Also, because the color transition from the capture card onto YouTube is a little bit off slightly. Because I can look at my TV, because my capture card allows me to split the footage between the footage going to my TV and the footage going to my PC. And on my TV, the color is a little bit different. It's a little brighter than the one on the PC, which you guys are receiving the PC footage, where it's a little darker. So stuff looks a little different. It's really fun. X and Y's anime was the only part of Cal that had any charm, and a lot of that was due to like the strength of the writing of the side characters. The thing is, I don't care for any of the Kalos main cast. I like the side characters though. I enjoyed the side characters in Kalos, other than Karina. Yeah, it's very rare. Actually, not that. Actually, it's not that rare now that I'm thinking about it. It's more rare that I like the main character of a series. And then I don't, because like most TV shows I watch, I tend to not really like the main character that much. Avatar: The Last Airbender is like one of the exceptions. Like, yeah, I really, really like Aang. But like Legend of Korra, I love all of the supporting characters in Legend of Korra. I don't care for Korra. Star Wars Rebels, I love all the characters in Star Wars Rebels. Other than Ezra. I don't care for Ezra at all. Why Karina? No, it's because her entire personality is Megalukari was the greatest thing in the world, and she has no depth beyond that. Her character depth can be measured with a millimeter. That is it. I don't like flat characters who are exceptionally one note. And she is entirely one note. Diantha's kind of the same way. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is a fantastic series. I love it. There's a very, very good reason that Avatar: The Last Airbender is a series that I will rewatch probably every 14 months. Yeah, you can basically set the calendar by how often I will rewatch that series. I love it. I feel as a Pokemon peak Gen what or else. Gen. I would agree that Generation 5 is a very, very high point determination. I will say Generation 5 is a very high point. I will say that like this game is personally special to me. So that could also be why, but I enjoyed Sun and Moon. I very heavily enjoyed Sun and Moon. I enjoyed Sword and Shield. Tears of the Kingdom or 3DS? I would say Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I had a hell of a time getting my Tears of the Kingdom copy. I am not gonna go into the fracas that was what it took to get me my Tears of the Kingdom copy, but that game is damn worth it. Hello there, Alex Snivy. Welcome, and hope you're doing well. And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, if you haven't done so already. But yeah, we're gonna be like alternating between like Tears of the Kingdom stuff and some more shiny hunts, because I still love Tears of the Kingdom. That game is great. I am still like mildly addicted to Tears of the Kingdom, even though we kicked Ganon's ass today. I still want to work on 100% run, because yeah. We're doing 100% run of Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to 100% that game. Mudkip is everywhere, Mudkip is everywhere and anywhere at all times. So never question where Mudkip is, Because he's always watching. He is always watching at all hours. He is omnipresent. He is there. He is everywhere. Never ask where he is. Because he will always find you. He's terrifying. He's everywhere. We love Mudkip. He's great. Except when he's screwing me over and making me go fight Thunder Gleeox when I'm not ready. Though we went back and we defeated Kevin. We went back and we kicked Kevin's ass. So, we got revenge on Kevin for that. Oh, don't ask. It's an in-joke, Alex. It's an in-joke. Mudkip's one of our viewers. He enjoys messing with us. In Tears of the Kingdom, he, day one, sent me off to go fight a mini-boss. A three-headed, lightning-shooting dragon monster when I had no way of defeating it. Just to see me lose. I trekked halfway across Hyrule just to get wrecked by a lightning bolt to the face. When I knew he was screwing with me. So I should have known better. But I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I'm a smooth brain. I'm an exceptional smooth brain. Full art. Oh, full art Sandile. Full art Cloth, but an EX to ride on EX. Wait, they still make EX cards? Wait, they still make EX cards. I thought they stopped with EX after like level X, and then there was like GX and like V and VMAX. They still make EX cards? They still make EXs. Really? I used to love those. I mean, I still love them. I just can't really like afford to collect them. Oh, they brought them back. Okay. Because like, I remember that they didn't make them because they stopped that at like what Gen 5, Gen 4, Gen 5? It might have been like Gen 5. Because I remember there was EX. The last batch of Pokemon cards that I was actively buying was mid Gen 5. And then that was when I stopped getting Pokemon cards, like actively collecting them. So I just don't remember. The latest Pokemon cards I have is a pack of them from Italy. So like all the cards are in Italian. Which folks who don't know, I'm actually Italian myself. I'm half Italian. So, to quote a famously always cited incorrectly Sabaton song, "Death in the shape of a handsome Italian." I love that. That is one of my favorite memes. For those who don't know, I'm a big fan of the Sabaton memes subreddit. It's a freaking gold mine. It never has me just not howling in laughter. EX on normally. Oh, the EX is a terrible. Didn't they have like Pokemon that were off-typed in the TCG normally, like Delta species, wasn't it called? Because I remember having like it was like a steel-typed Pokemon that is not normally a steel type. Like a water-typed thing that is not normally water type. Delta species were a thing, weren't they? Like, I distinctly remember. Was it like a steel Charmander? I feel like it was a steel type Charmander is one that I'm like distinctly remembering. I did not get a software update, but my game has been running like since the. Actually, no. Now I'm thinking about it. No. I didn't get a software update. Because we stopped Tears of the Kingdom at like 5 p.m. And then I immediately like booted on this game after Tears of the Kingdom ended. So I could finish preparing for the Elite Battle League match tomorrow I have with Pidge. So I didn't get a software update, unless I did get a software update, and it was just so bad I didn't even notice it. No, he's always said heyo. He's always said that. Do you mean a regular Sobble? Because if you need a regular Sobble, I can get you one, Void. I have many extra Sobble. Probably because home is too overcomplicated, and they keep trying to overcomplicate it, and it still doesn't work. Because yeah, basically the way that Pokemon Home works is it doesn't just save one compatible copy of a Pokemon for every game. It generates as many as 8 compatible versions of that Pokemon for the game. So like you get a Pikachu. That game will store 8 separate versions of Pikachu. One version is compatible with a certain set of games. You know, each different iteration is compatible with a different set of games. It's like, it's needlessly overcomplicated. And now, they need to bring in the next level of Pokemon. So they have to make it all even more compatibility checks. It's insane. I don't know if we have the next one out yet. We probably will. Actually, let me go check DM and see if Al. Yeah, generally Al will just shoot me over a DM when it comes out. I don't think we know it yet. But they postponed the Chestnut raid. Because Chestnut raids, there was a problem midway through last week. So they took them down early and they'll be doing like another rerun of it because there were technical issues. So likely we're not going to have another Terra raid for a while because they screwed up with Chestnut. We're going to get another rerun of Chestnut, then we're going to get the next one. I don't know, they just said technical difficulties. They never went into detail. Yeah. Game Freak and Nintendo's one big issue, and this is more of just a corporate issue in general that companies have in general, is they don't like admitting, yeah, here's what the actual problem is, because they think they will lose face if they say we screwed up. When in reality, it actually gives the audience even better faith in them. Like, yeah, you're being honest. Like, you trust us enough to respect our opinion and like value us enough to actually tell us the truth, rather than saying, oh, it's technical difficulties and just not going into detail on what they are. So it's a standard corporate thing. Like, the only time you ever really see developers of games actually say, yeah, here's the problem with the thing, here's why it's not working, is indie developers, because they have a much, you know, closer lines of communication with the audience. Whereas, you know, these big, massive conglomerate corporations, it's, you know, the board meeting that's running everything. So they have to, you know, appease them, and that means, you know, not saying what's really going on, because it could hurt, you know, stock values. Either. I call either because the words are interchangeable. I can try connecting to the internet. Dinner. I always call it dinner. My grandmother always called it supper, but we only would see her... Oh. See, there is a software update. Well. Let's get that. Let's update the game. Yeah, my grandma would always call it supper, but I would only see her like once every 2 weeks, so it never got drilled into my head. Oh, save this remaining for download. Okay. Well, I mean, it gives me time to go get some water. there we go. That was actually a lot faster than expected. It said 3 minutes. That was less than 3 minutes. Remember, I have a sibling, yes. It is indeed chair stream. I wonder what's for dinner. Oh, no, Alex. No referencing those CDI games. This is a non-CDI Zelda zone. Only good Zelda games are allowed here. And yet we still play Breath of the Wild. Ooh, better get some burn for that. Better get some L for that burn. Yeah, Breath of the Wild was a good game. Objectively. I just kind of don't care for it. I like story. Story for me is like a big thing with games. And that was kind of one thing Breath of the Wild kind of skimped on, is story, because Breath of the Wild's story essentially starts and ends before the game itself begins. Because the whole game is like your Rocky-style training montage, getting ready to go kick Ganon's ass. From an entertainment perspective, the CDI games can be considered good in relation to. Here's the thing, Alex. I don't like So Bad It's Good comedy. So Bad It's Good is not my kind of thing. I mean, for me, it's a story thing. Like, I like, for me, generally, how well I receive a game is dependent on the storytelling of the game. And there's a few games where, like, you know, they don't really have like too heavy of a story focus, and I love them. But in general, for me, story is like the big top pillar thing. So it's like story is like #1 thing. Then, like, you know, other stuff after that. You're gonna have Fallen Submit. Yeah, I've heard not good things about Metroid Other M, but I will reserve my opinions for Other M for when I get around to playing Other M. The same thing with when we finish Fossil Fighters Frontiers. I will have my thoughts and feelings for that when we finish that series. So does anyone probably not gonna be doing. I know personally I'm probably not gonna do some Urban Mystica raids tonight because I do want to focus on getting my SOBBLE eggs hatched. But if you want to host raids for the viewers, I'd be perfectly okay with that. Yeah, I mean, objectively speaking, Breath of the Wild is a fantastic game. Mechanically, it is great. It plays very well. It's very entertaining. But for me, the lack of story focus in Breath of the Wild does hold it back. That's why I really love Tears of the Kingdom. Because Tears of the Kingdom takes like everything I love about Breath of the Wild, and then it adds that with amazing story. And it's like, this is perfection. This is what I want. This is what I was like super hoping for. Because my biggest worry about Tears of the Kingdom was that it was going to be more or less Breath of the Wild 2, more Space Boogaloo, where it's going to be not really story focused, and it's just going around fighting monsters, which is fun, but it gets a bit old after a while. And then no, it's just actual story. Favorite starter for every gen: Charmander, Totodile, by default Trico, because I don't really care for any of the Generation 3 starters. Gen 4 is Chimchar. Chimchar by Big Mouth. There's a reason why Infernape is my favorite starter. Oshawott, none for Kalos. I do not care for any of the Kalos starters. Hard one for Gen 7. I love all of them, but I gotta go with Litten. Gen 8 is Grookey, and then Gen 9 is Fuecoco. Yeah, my starter picks generally go with how much I've enjoyed using them in a playthrough. So like, you know, or like around like playthrough, like in also in competitive stuff. I actually have really never used Charizard in playthroughs. I've used it very heavily competitively though, which is funny because Incineroar is one that I have also used heavily in competitive. But for those who do know about my relationship with Incineroar, as a Pokemon, I love Incineroar. I think it's a great design. I enjoyed using it in a playthrough. As a competitive player, I despise Incineroar. It is one of the most disgustingly broken Pokemon in competitive. And that is saying a lot. Because, for context, when Zacian was legal, it was more used than Zacian. That's how absurd Incineroar is. Yeah, Incineroar is kind of crazy. And we're talking like 60-70% usage here. We're talking 2 out of every 3 teams are running these things. That's how good it was. And Incineroar is that damn good. I love Incineroar as a Pokemon. But when it comes to competitive, it is a whole different story. Same with Rillaboom. I love Rillaboom as a Pokemon. I just never want to face it competitively. The monkeys amuse me, yes. I guess you could say the monkeys amuse me. Monkey see, monkey do. Me, Charmander, Totodile, Mudkip, Turtwig, Oshawott, Froakie, Rowlet, Sobble, and Boogaloo. For me, you cannot go wrong with any of the Gen 4 or any of the Gen 7 starters. All of them are precious perfection. I can pick up any of the Gen... Oh, Magikarp. I can pick up any of the Generation 4 starters in BDSP and have fun using them on a team. I can pick up any of the starters in Generation 7 and use them and have fun. No other game can I do that with the starters. I'm doing very well, Kayla. I'm doing very, very well. I think it comes down to, like, I just think the Generation 7 starters have very good stat lines, because they're generally a bit more on the aggressive, bulky side, which kind of fits well considering that Alola is generally slow and bulky, so they actually have a decent stuff that they can do. Alola had a lot of great Pokemon, though. Like, I love a lot of Alola Pokemon. Like, Vikavolt. Chef's Cat's one of my favorite Pokemon to just have. Just one of my favorite designs. Mimikyu. Like, it's Mimikyu. I love Togedemaru. I adore Togedemaru. Okay, go Ringo. Have a good night. Thank you very much for popping in. Have a wonderful night, my friend. Hope you're doing delightful. Hope you're doing delightful later tonight. Hello, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Still gotta get my shiny meow for my shiny living Dex. Still gotta get that one. But yeah, we are doing a shiny living Dex. What do you don't know? How many more eggs do I even have? We've gotta be closing on the end of our eggs. No, I do not play Go anymore. Main reason is I used to play Go as a way of, like, motivating myself to go exercise, but after a while, I'd just be able to motivate myself to go exercise other ways. So I didn't really need to go anymore. Plus, you know, when I graduated college and the lockdown happened, I kind of just stopped. I have not won a tournament officially, but I have won several draft leagues that the Penn State Pokemon Society hosts every year. They host like 3 of them every year. They do one in spring, one in summer, and then one over the summer, and then one during fall. And I've won a few of those. So I've enjoyed them, and also some of the events during the week when we would meet up. There would be tournaments that we do then. And I won a few of those, though amusingly most of the ones that I won were just trivia night. They weren't actually the battle ones. I don't do well at on-the-fly team building, but you sit me down with like 3 weeks, like you sit me down with like a week to prepare, and I will go and I will crack your team. I'm not good at spur-of-the-moment stuff. I will crack your team if I can analyze it. Hello there, Thunderous TJ. Welcome back. I've never won a VGC League, though. Yeah, I've only gone to one VGC tournament. Richmond Regionals 2019. Wonderful place. Recommend going to VGC Regionals if you can. They are a wonderful experience. That's a good question. I don't actually know when I'm gonna do another battle stream. Like, I love the battle streams. Oh, we're actually closing on the end of eggs. I love the battle streams. But I'm still thinking about that, because my entire brain cell for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, has just been Tears of the Kingdom. So I've been like thinking about nothing beyond how long will these weapons' durability last when I beat up Lynel's, is basically all that my brain has been focusing on. Not gonna lie. Have a good night, Aiden. Have a good night. Thank you very much for popping in. I do need to check. Oh, I know. Your comment about going to bed got me yawning. Now. Sobble sparkle already. Sobble, you have one job, and it is to finally sparkle. You have one job, Sobble, and it is sparkle. I just want my shiny Sobble. I just want my Sobble. Sobble amuses me, but it also is very infuriating to me, because it refuses to want to be sparkled. One more egg, and then we rotate out the cycle. There we go. 5. We've gone decently over odds on this one. We've almost gone, yeah, 160 over odds. That is roughly 1 1/3 over odds. I don't get why it is, like, we have good luck with the first eggs, and then the last one just takes forever. I guess I just eat all of my luck early on. It's unfortunate, because I enjoy good, quick, shiny hunts with Sobble. The shiny hunts with Sobble, we got them so quickly. We got the shiny Sobble hunts so fast. Because I think, yeah, Rowlet, we were still on 1 left. Cyndaquil, we're still on 1 left. Yeah, we still need more. Here's my main goals for VGC. First, get to the top 4 of at least 5 local tournaments. Second, top 30 at regionals. Third, win a regional. Exactly. The baby steps. Baby steps. Always the best way to go. Little tiny steps. It's slow progression. You can't go in and immediately expect to just win everything there. You gotta have the little baby steps. But yeah, top 4 is certainly a good goal to go. Top 4 is a very good goal. The top cut is. Right, yeah, it goes regionals, then nationals. Yeah, it's a regionals, nationals. Then I believe it is intercontinentals. No, it's regional, nationals, continental, intercontinentals. There's national now, so we do not talk about worlds. We do not talk about worlds. No, we do talk about worlds. We do talk about worlds. I mean, I've known people who have gone to worlds before, so. I have met, battled, and gotten my ass kicked by people who have gone to worlds. It is certainly an experience to go because they're just good. Just really damn good. They're awesome people. Yeah, in the Penn State Discord, all the guys that went to NAIC, North American Intercontinentals, they were all just like talking about how it was there. I was like, I want to go there someday. Teach me your ways. I must do this. I want to go there. Like, I remember like hijacking the big TV we have out in the living room that's connected to the internet, and going onto YouTube when one of my friends was live. I was like, hey, I know that guy. That guy's kicked my ass in the club so many times. You better win. And then they didn't, and then they lost, and I was sad. Yeah, but at a hotel and run out of rooms. Nice. Yeah, I would love to go to one of those. The people that do that well at VGC, they're such nice people. They're very humble. They're very nice. And like before your match, like between the matches, like at least at the regionals that I went to, it was, you know, like they would just like, you know, converse and just make small talk as like the things are going. And it's just like, that's awesome. It's like, they're so nice. They're such nice people. They're such nice people. Love it. And I am just, it's a magical experience to go just get converse with them. Hey, Void. And tomorrow will... I think tomorrow will be a Pokemon stream. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? You can hear that, right? Oh, okay, that's what it is. It's one of those big-ass military Chinook helicopters. It's one of those, like, big-ass Chinook military helicopter, transport helicopters. And they periodically, like, fly overhead, but, like, not that low. Like, you can hear the rotor doing it. Like, there was one time it was a few months ago, but, like, they were so low, you could, like, see, like, picture frames, like, shaking a little bit from how loud they were. It was a little disconcerting. But yeah. I'm definitely thinking we're going to be like alternating between. I'm debating whether we're gonna do like midday Pokemon streams alternate with nighttime TOTK streams, or what. I'm curious. Like, the cooldown, it would be the TOTK. Like, cooldown would be that. I'm still figuring out. I'm still figuring that out because TOTK is a good thing. Or whether we're gonna do like TOTK as like a 1 day a week thing. But then at the same time is like, depending on how long it's gonna take to complete everything, because how long it takes to complete everything, because that's gonna be a lot of stuff. I love that game, but I mean the other thing is it's probably not gonna take anywhere near as long as it took Breath of the Wild to be completed. Because those who don't know, Breath of the Wild, we 100%ed that game, and even though Breath of the Wild is a smaller game than Tears of the Kingdom, I would say most of our Breath of the Wild streams, like a good half of them, were me just kind of screwing around and not like actually knuckling down and focusing on side quests and things. Whereas with Tears of the Kingdom, we did kind of knuckle down and focus on a lot of the stuff, like doing some things more so. My brain is just like absolutely fried right now, so I don't know how long it is. Wait, raid. Hey, we're getting raided! Welcome in, Miss Clocky. I almost read that as Miss Cookie. Welcome in, Disart Universe. Welcome in, AM Clockwork. I keep wanting to say AMC Clockwork, but I keep saying, welcome in, Jennifer Rooney. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, guys. Let me go grab your link, AMC, if you AM Clockwork, if no mods are here. But how are you doing? What were you streaming? I think you were streaming Tears of the Kingdom. How did that go? Hope it went well. And in general, how are you, as well as the wonderful other raiders, doing? I hope it went well. And if you guys are new, please don't forget to leave a like. Wait, Karkadet can appear here? I did not know Karkadet could appear here. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, just a lot of shrines of highly into a moment. Nice. Nice, man. Today we did some Tears of the Kingdom as well. This is actually our second stream we've done today. And we beat Ganon today. But I wish I could have taken the game slower. Like, this is one of the things that I kind of regret. Now, I don't play Minecraft, Jennifer. I don't have the brain capacity to play Minecraft. I am very smooth brain, single target focus, progress, objective complete. I do not have the creative mind to play like Minecraft. Was there someone in Minecraft that you saw had my name in it? Or is the imposter impersonator going around and doing rounds again? Because that's a little worrying. Nope, no Dooley Puff. Do the Kingdom highly and shield. So, how much of the game have you done so far, AM Clockwork? Any temples? That's not me then. I only have 1x. Okay, then that's a little worrying. Because I don't watch Minecraft stuff. I actually don't really know anything about Minecraft. So that's a little worrying. That is a little worrying if there was someone with my name in a Minecraft stream. That is worrying. But so, how has everything been with Tears of the Kingdom for you? How are you enjoying the game? Because Tears of the Kingdom, I will say this. Probably my favorite game of all time. Bold words, I know. Bold statement, Cotton. But I love that game. And I don't... Aside from Zed, I don't think I've been in any other streams today because I woke up, did a lot of stuff around the house, dropped off something at the library, and got into got into Tears of the Kingdom, did a Tears of the Kingdom stream, ended the Tears of the Kingdom stream, and then kind of started this. I don't think I've been on any streams. Okay, there was Zed, because Zed was doing Ralt's Shiny Hunt. Yes, because we raided Zed today. Yeah, we raided Zed after we entered our Tears of the Kingdom stream. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. That is reassuring. It is not Revenge of the Imposter. Thank God, because you may not have been here for that, Jennifer, but about 2 years ago, there was a very bad thing, a fracas, if you will, of someone going around impersonating streamers, basically making fake accounts that were the name and profile picture of streamers, and kind of going around and doing that, and I was a little bit like that was happening again. But thankfully it's not happening again. So like that's good, that's reassuring. Yeah, thankfully we found the guy, like we all knew the guy was doing it, so like we knew it wasn't the people. But it was a little not good at the time, because the funny thing is that they were going into streams where people were mods or were members. And your name will show up differently if you're a mod or a member. And they were saying things that we knew they would never say when their name was not the right color. Because, you know, it's the white, the gray text. Not, you know, the blue or the green of, like, the member or mod. And we knew it was instantly it was an imposter because it doesn't have the thing. And that was just hilarious. But, and thankfully the person stopped it. We just blocked them, like, ban-hammered them into oblivion. And we reported them to be like, yeah, no, the IP banned this guy because this person is making fake accounts and spamming us. And they went away, which was good. Welcome back, RNG. Welcome back. Yeah, great name like that, yeah. Because, like, you see how, like, you know, Nightbot's blue? You know, that's a mod. That's technically the mod role. So, like, people that were mods up there, but we showed these the other way. And it just completely freaked out. But, yeah. How has everything been? Rating, animated. I have no idea what that is. Best RNG. All of that goes straight over my smooth brain. My brain is exceptionally smooth. My brain is exceptionally smooth. But as for what I was saying about Tears of the Kingdom, I wish I could have gone through Tears of the Kingdom slower, and I envy your guys' ability to go through the game slower. Because, for me, I like going straight toward that finish line. Like, I want to like, complete the game, and it was very, very hard to, like, resist that impulse to just go and, like, blast out all of the temples immediately and, like, in the first day. Like, because those who don't know, which is probably most of you, because this is something I haven't really shared as much. When I played Breath of the Wild for the first time, within 48 hours of starting that game, I had beaten all 4 of the Divine Beasts. I had the Master Sword, and I was going on my way to go fight Ganon in Hyrule Castle. My friend had to, over Discord text, yell at me to go and explore and do side questy things. Because I was going through the game too fast and not doing anything other than just doing story things. And it's just like, I wish I could take a game easier and at a slower pace. Because I just go full speed ahead and ram it. It's go towards the finish line. I wish I could do it slower. I will give you all of my shiny luck, Jennifer. However, my shiny luck doesn't exist, so I can't really give you something that doesn't exist. My apologies. Because as we know, Sobble's being a shoe. Sobble is being a suit. Welcome back, that dude. How are you doing? How is that dude doing? But yeah, we are gonna be wrapping up this shiny hunt soon, because we have very few eggs left. So meaning I should go looking for a raid target for that. Run away. Who should we raid? Yeah, we could go raid Pink. We could raid Pink. Oh, nice. Kelsey does lots of battling with. Oh, right, Anxious Christian. Right. He does that for the thing. He does that there. Timmy. Oh, nice, Humberto. Humberto. Ooh, Theme is doing BSP. I respect that. I respect the BSP playthrough. I enjoy BSP. I don't have either Siri or Alexa. Save before hatching eggs and reset. You need to save before you collect the eggs. 4K meme. What? I don't know what 4K meme is. It won't pick up because it recognizes the voice. I've known people who tried doing that. It does not really work. That's 4 other. Oh, that is already. I have no idea what 4K meme is. I wonder. Try to activate it for me a few months back. I am not the most well versed when it comes to meme culture, unless that meme is specifically Sabaton memes. Alright, Jennifer. There is nothing wrong with enjoying memes. Everyone enjoys different memes. Oh, that meme. Okay, I know that meme then. Okay. Yeah, everyone enjoys their own memes. Everyone enjoys different memes. Like, I mean, I love Sabaton memes. I know not everyone likes Sabaton memes, but I do. Wait. Yeah, okay, I do that. Sorry, just messaging a friend of mine about Tears of the Kingdom. Cause he finally, I told him I finally beat the game because he beat the game like 3-4 days ago, and he told me like to let me know when you beat the game because I don't want to spoil anything on accident. We respect that. It's very nice of him. Yeah, others. Right. Mentioned the Trial of the Sword, right? So, I'm not sure if Tears of the Kingdom is going to get a Trial of the Sword type thing. It would be cool if it does, but I don't think we're going to get Tears of the Kingdom Trial of the Sword for one major reason. That one major reason is it would be a joke. This is kind of the awkward thing. With regular Breath of the Wild's Trial of the Sword, it was more... Your runes were more battle-oriented. You know, you could use bomb to attack things. You could use, you know, stasis to freeze enemies in place. But with the runes in Tears of the Kingdom, they're much more like, you know, they're augment. You know, you build puzzle solutions. Or, you know, like you enhance your shield or your weapons with the Fuse rune. Or Ascension, when you get level puzzle solving Ascension. They're not really battle runes. So that means that you would need to make Trial of the Sword. You would need to make the Trial of the Sword able to be beaten without fusing weapons. Which means, if you do fuse weapons, it becomes a joke. Because the whole point of Trial of the Sword is like get you to be more resourceful. You know, to be more resourceful, and not rely on, like, you know, brute force power. Problem is that fundamentally you'd be able to brute force power just joke the entire thing. So that's a problem. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. I have no idea what's even going on in the chat right now. I have no idea what is even going on right here. I have no clue what's even going on right now. I have no idea. I've got no idea what's going on right now, Ruby. I just don't question it and just like vaguely. I just vaguely. I don't know. I have no clue what's going on. I have no clue what's going on. I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on 99% of the time. So like, I just don't question it at this point. I just don't question it. But we are mostly done with our hatching of the eggs today. We are mostly finished with eggs. I think that's the second egg we hatched for them. Oh, no, there's more of them. Oh, okay. So I can just get rid of these. You go there. And then you two go there, and then we are going to be finishing out at... Well, I'm going to be finishing at 712, so we'll have hatched exactly 200 eggs over odds. This will be 217. Okay, we go. Done. I have no clue what's going on, I'll be honest. Alright, guys, quit it. Like, seriously, quit it, guys. Guys, quit it. Like, I really do not like having to step in and be Mr. Hardhouse, but quit it. Thank you, Kayla. Alright. But with this, we're going to finish our last 2 eggs off, and then we're going to go raid Athena. We're going to raid Athena. Yes, we're going to raid Athena. She is doing stuff in BDSP. Yeah. Void, when people say stop, quit it. Like, seriously. Like, there are certain things, like, when someone says to stop something, you stop. Alright? Like, that is a big thing you should not do. Well, we end over odds. We end very heavily over odds today. But let's go raid Athena. We're gonna go raid Athena. I'll see you guys next time. Again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more if you are new. See you over there.